Can y'all see me now? Well, I was just talking and I happened to look over at the TV and I'm like, hey, whoa, wait a minute. I don't see me. I did remember to turn the volume down. Maybe that would have hinted me sooner that I was not there. But I'm here. I'm here. And for those of you who recognize this beauty, it's on my list. It's on my list of things to get knocked out. Hi, Vicky. How are you? Hello, sis. I'm here. Yeah, I happened to look over at the TV and I'm like, wait a minute. There's no me. I'm sorry, y'all. I still have a cough. Okay. So now that we are here, I can tell you all that I had Pop Tarts for breakfast, cherry frosted Pop Tarts, and I am drinking 20 ounces, and I have about 18 ounces today of Folgers Black Silk, um, roasted beans today. I'm good. I'm good. I'm knocking out this blanket I'm working on. And I also have the Southern Butter Pecan creamer. So that's what I'm working, that's what I'm drinking today. I also have my trusty water. And I don't think I'm drinking any sodas today, guys. I might drink an energy drink later. I might. I don't know. It depends on how far I get in my crocheting. Love my dress. It says happiness is being a grandma. I gotta love it. Especially with my two little minions. Oh boy. Um, enlistees, it's the usual. You guys who are here, along with Juan and Michelle and Lori and Camille and Lexi and Eileen and BB and Hadija and I don't want to leave anybody out. Mama C, Auntie Setta, I got Auntie Eileen, Drea from Drea Nicole. I haven't heard from Surrey, but I have seen her videos, and I'm loving the fact that she's back. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you. It's t-shirt material, but it's a dress. Yeah, it's a dress. Comes down to my knees. Got to cover the thighs up. So my family says. Look, let me tell y'all something. I'm a country girl that does not like heat. My ideal outfit is the skin I was born in. That's my happy place. But I hear that a lot of people don't like that. So I have to cover up. So I go as thin as possible. I do. I go for sheer comfort. Sheer comfort. And if I didn't have to wear the buckets, I wouldn't wear those either. But that can cause a lot of problems too. I'm excited to get to the letter F today, which is focus. So I was not kidding when I said to you all that I have a bed full of whips. I have more whips over here behind me, which is at the foot of my bed. I have more whips over here in the cubbies. My plan for today, or my focus for today and this week, is to take each one of these whips out, write it down, all the information about it, and give it a priority alphabet, A, B, C, or D. I am going to then go to do we have, Google is Alexa, right? I'm going to go to whatever that thing is that AI is on my phone and let them choose between the numbers. And I'm going to pick 10 of these items. And I will place them in order according to A through D, D being at the top of the list and A being at the bottom. And what that means is all of my D items will get 100 stitches, my C items 200, my B items 300, and my A items 400. So I plan on touching 10 items a day until I get my whip stash down to under 10, however long it takes. Now, the reason I'm breaking it up like that is because this morning I woke up and had a desire to work on my robe. And even though I only had time to put 50 stitches in, it was 50 more than I had. And I had this revelation. It's like, you know what? It's not all about getting it all done right now. It's about working towards the end goal. And that's what I'm trying to get done. Because if I don't work towards the end goal, they'll sit here forever. Like this blanket over here on the corner of my bed that's been here for 2 years. It needs 8 to 10 rows. Yes, it is the Ghostbuster blanket. And it's been here forever. 8 to 10 rows. And if I'm not mistaken, it's like 280 stitches long. So if it's 10 rows, it needs like 2,800 stitches. At 400, if I put it at top priority, that's 7 days it can be done. That's if I only go through the cycle once. If I'm able to get through the cycle twice, then 3.5 days. But whatever, I could be working on that and I could be getting it done. The blanket over there, my nephew's blanket, I only need 2 rows. And it's like 165, I think. I think it's 195. I think it's 195 stitches wide. But at any rate, 2 rows. I only need 2 rows. Yeah. I'm slacking. And I need to get off the high horse and get back on the little pony and get to work. The Stitcherhood blanket, I have 7, 8, 9, 10 and a half of these balls to add. I'm on the outer realm where it's going to take a little more than one of these to go around. So maybe 8, 9, 10 more rounds. What am I doing? And then yesterday, I started my Stitch Odyssey over. This is once. I got all the way out to round 22. So there I am there. My therapist told me it looks like a birthday son. And even though I was happy with myself for getting that done, I was mad at myself because I misplaced the 2 that I had already started. And wouldn't you know that when I get to round 22, I find the 2 that I started. You all, if you hear strange noises coming from me, please forgive me. Whatever this cold is that the doctor said it was or whatever, it makes me breathe funny. Lots of times you can't tell me that somebody is not around me breathing. And when I hold my breath, it stops. And then I start breathing again. You're right, they did come back from vacation. But when I start breathing, they start breathing again. And then I realize that it's me. I'm like wide awake and sound like I'm snoring. or sound like I'm whistling a tune or something. It's all of this stuff that's going on. But I'm good though. I'm good though. There's another Stitcher Hood blanket over here. They had the pretty square in the middle that I was doing scraps around. I need to finish that. It needs, I think, 15 more rows, 15 to 20 more rounds. It needs the brother and sister blankets. I got all the way out to needing possibly 2 more colors on the brother's blanket and stopped. The sister's blanket, same thing. But I'm starting stuff. I'm starting stuff. Now, I did. Come on over here. I did do a whole red, white, and blue blanket. And yes, it is 40 inches. I did that. So that's one thing that was finished. I have the carpenter's wheel over here. I've got the 100 squares over here. I've got I think it was 36 squares that I had. I've got I got a bumblebee hat over there, which I decided I was not going to crochet another antennae. I'm going to take that antennae off and I'm going to Dollar Tree and get the little pipe cleaners and use those for antennae. I got stuff everywhere. I got stuff everywhere. I made my grandson a mitten. And at least once a week, he comes back and says, Grandma, can I get the other mitten, please? Oh, y'all, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. And because I'm starting so much stuff, I'm not ending, this is all the ball bands I have from May. I was keeping up in the beginning where I had a ball band a day. Fell behind in that too. Sure did. So starting today, I will catalog everything, every whip that I have, every whip that I can find. I got a project bag started. I got a market bag started. I got so much stuff started. And I think it threw me aback when I wasn't able to upload regular videos. It kind of threw me off. Hi Vivian, how are you? Oh, bless your heart. Thank you for being here. Oh my goodness. I got Vicky and Vivian. And my sister Joan. Yes, he does. He does. Mama, can I please have the other mitten? So what I told him, I said, look, let me get myself back in a not so cluttered space. And I will make you brand new mittens. I'll make them both at the same time. Because I don't even remember what video I watched. I did follow a tutorial for it. And I may even come up with some on my own. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna work on that for him. We are. But that means that I have to make 3 pair of mittens. Because if I make a pair of mittens for baby boy, I've got to make a pair of mittens for baby girl. And if I make a pair of mittens for baby boy and baby girl, mama's going to want a pair of mittens too. She never asks, though. She doesn't. She'll just come look at me with the prettiest puppy dog. Guys, I'm telling you, my daughter and my grandkids have the longest eyelashes ever. And they curl up so pretty. They all look like they have on the mascara that thickens your eyelashes and makes them. Mm-mm. Who are not babies? They're all babies. They're all my babies. But she'll come to the door and she'll be like, "Thanks, Mom. Those are so cute. You didn't have to do that." And in my heart, that's like, okay, she gets a pair of gloves too. She gets a pair of mittens too. That's how it translates to me. So yes, I also have a blanket that I made for myself in Tunisian crochet that I've been debating about for a while as to whether or not I want to take it loose. If I don't take it loose, I want to add to it. It's big enough. My Michelle, my Michelle is here. I do want to add to it. If that was the original plan, it's for my bed. I don't have those colors still, but it was made with colors that I can always add uh, either peach or aqua to it. It is an aqua. It's a teal. It's teal and fuchsia. But I can add peach to it and it would be so, but then again, it's mine and it's going on my bed. So I can do that. I'm good. Vincent sounds like mine. I've been promising him. See, the blankets are no problem. I'm a blanket girl. I love the blankets. And let me see, my granddaughter and grandson, they have blankets with their names on it. And then they've got their favorite blanket. She has a rainbow, and he has Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then my granddaughter has a temperature blanket, and he has the random squares. So they each have three blankets. My goal before the end of my time is for everybody to have six. My oldest daughter's maxed out on hers. She's got hers and other people's. My son has two. My daughter-in-law has one. So I got to do three more for the grandkids each, four more for my youngest daughter, four more for my son, five more for my daughter-in-law, I think. And I don't know how many for me. I'll get there. I understand completely. I do. I'm just happy that you're here. I am. I really am. I'm happy to see all of you. Okay, so y'all know my great plans. And when I check in next week or maybe even Saturday, I'll let you know how that goes for me. What I'm realizing more and more, I love when ideas come across because you can try those ideas and see if they work for you. And if they don't, you can tweak them to see if you can get that to work, or you can go off on your own. And what I have found as far as the layout for my channel is the alphabet. I go from A to Z if it qualifies. If it doesn't, then I skip that alphabet. And it makes it so much easier for me to go through things. It really, really does. Of course it does. We know it sounds familiar, Coach. I told you I listen. I do listen. It may take me a little while to get there, but I do listen. Okay, so as we move along and we go from what's going on, I hope you all caught Michelle's video yesterday to give us some heads up and some things, our weekly video. And please don't sleep on Cozy Encyclopedia or, okay, I accept that. I listen, Joan, you're not gonna get me in trouble today. But I can tell you this, and I'll tell everybody, I do listen to Michelle. Yes, I do. I do. I do. I do. She's an inch taller than I am. I love y'all. But like I said, I do hope that you're catching the Cozy Encyclopedia. And Saturday, she had and I always get it wrong. I write it down, but my chicken scratch here lately has been just that. But the Stitch Corner, that's her live on Saturdays to 9 o'clock Central Time. So it's 10 o'clock Eastern Time. I know that's right. A whole inch. That's right. Yes, you are. My lunchtime's in 5 minutes. So, okay. Vicky, take care and thank you so much. Stitch Circle. Yes, I said corner. And I wrote corner. I did. And I copied it from another page. And I guarantee you it says circle on the other page. Stitch Circle. I'm going to get it right. I'm going to get it right. I tell y'all what you do so that you all can get it right. Be there on Saturday morning, 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. That's what you do. It lasts 90 minutes to 2 hours, but we have so much fun. There's the trivia questions and the would you rathers. I love the would you rathers. You weren't supposed to hear that part. Close your ears, Michelle. But I love the would you rathers because they're so random and they really make you think. I'm not going to use one of hers, but it's like, would you rather be a cat in the wild or a snake in captivity? And it's like, where did that come from? And then you start thinking, wait a minute, the cat in the wild, when it gets cold, I'm outside, or a snake in captivity. If they lose electricity and I get cold, I ain't gonna be here no more. And I'm used to wide open spaces. You really get to thinking about it. And it's like, wow. And if you're crocheting while you're doing it, you would be surprised how much you can actually get done. Like I'm supposed to be crocheting right now, but I'm so engaged in talking to you all because you're that much fun. And I love you guys. Please don't forget tomorrow as well, the challenges. Tomorrow is the Wildcard Wednesday challenge week with Juan at Michelle, help me out. I think it's 6 o'clock, Michelle and John. I think it's 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Central, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. It's either 6 or 7. Please go check his channel to be sure. I usually know this, but since this cold thing has happened, a lot of things that I know for sure. Okay, so it's 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. That's what it is. Okay. You can always check in with Lexi, Camille, and Lori if you want to know what's going on with the Stitcherhood donation blankets, which this is the second one that I'm working on. And this will be the third one. And the Stitch Oasis, the Stitch Odyssey. Lord, I am messing up some names today. Please bear with me. Know that it's coming from my head and not my heart. And right now my head is stopped up. But the Stitch Odyssey will be the fourth one that will be going. I do have more in mind, but what I decided to do, since I'm going back to my blankets, I have 2 huge boxes that I am going to start putting my blankets in. And as things come up where we need donations, I'm not going to feel such a pull, like down to the wire. Ooh, I want to do one of those. Ooh, I want to participate. I'll be able to go to those boxes and pull. I am definitely going to put them in plastic before I put them in the boxes. I don't want them to be just in the box by themselves. But that is also another future plan that I have. Okay. So the healthometer, y'all are going to be happy and sad with this one, but y'all know me, I'm completely transparent. My mood is probably at a 10. I had a very good therapy session today, and emotionally, I'm good. I'm really good emotionally. Health-wise, your girl is not good. Aside from the cold, I'm having issues with all of my joints. I'm trying to keep them moving as much as possible. This has been over the past few days. Haven't really told anybody but my youngest daughter about it. The kids, when they come in, they massage my feet and legs for me. And they're massaging my hands and my arms as well. Because like when I stop and lay down and wake up, everything just stiffens up. So we are, I did tell my doctor about it as well. And we're looking into that. I'm not going to talk about insurance today. I've done everything I can do up to this point. Um, there are further steps, but for right now, we're going to leave that where it is. Because I don't want to get upset about it. So there it is. Okay, so we have moseyed on down to the letter J. Mm-hmm. And I have a joke for you, the joke of the day. Yes, yes. So I made a song about a tortilla once. Now it's more like a rap. Oh my goodness, I thought that was so cute. I have, excuse me, I have the bags. Um, when I found out that it was cheaper to ship by bag than by box, I started getting the big heavy duty garbage bags and just fold them in a way that they look like, you know, and just take my the mailing card to the front. It's a lot cheaper than the box. It's like once they see the box come in, it just I don't understand it. I don't understand. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't understand it. I mailed off a blanket a few months ago. Um, when I took it over to see how much it would cost, it was a small baby blanket. They told me $11.69. I came home and I forgot what happened. I think where my daughter had been doing hair, there was some hair grease or something, but it made the box look splotchy. And I don't want to ship it like that. So I took it out of the box and I put it in one of my big envelopes. I have the big envelopes too. So I put it in one of those, folded it up, took it back over there a couple of days later to actually mail it off. And it was $7 and change. And I'm like, a whole $4 for a box. Are you kidding me? It's the same blanket. It's the same blanket. And what was so bad about it, the box was teetering on being too small because I went with a smaller box and I had to mash everything down inside and tape it really, really good so that I made sure it didn't pop open or anything. And then I come and put it in this plastic bag, a whole $4 cheaper. I was like, yep, I'm going to get some garbage bags. I just have to make sure they're not clear. I don't know if they will mail those or not. That would be interesting to see, I think. Okay, so that was our joke. How did y'all like that? I thought it was cute. I thought it was cute. The little tortilla wrap reference. Oh, I thought that was too cute. So we have reached the part of our day that I'm asking you, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this on replay, please drop me a lime slice in the comments. Just one little slice of lime is all I need. And now for memories. Now we get to our stories. So here lately, I have been dreaming a lot about my mom. And I mean, it's like a nightly occurrence. Sometimes when I'm sitting up and I nod out and I wake up, I'm still having conversations with my mom. So I sat here earlier today, this morning, when my daughter and I was sitting here looking at TV. And we were looking at some things about Eminem, Marshall Mathers, the rap, I call him an icon. The guy is amazing. But I started talking to my daughter, and I even talked to my therapist, and I'm like, I don't understand. I know things happen for a reason, and they're not bad conversations. They're either remembered conversations or conversations I wished I had been bold enough to ask when I was younger. And my therapist said to me, did you have a clear conscience when your mom transitioned? And I'm like, yeah, because I had gotten to the point that I would talk about things, but you don't always remember everything. And there were questions when I was younger that either didn't seem as important during that time, or I had simply just forgotten about. And what I'm also finding is here lately, some things that I had locked away. And y'all, please don't think that you only lock the bad things that have happened to you away. Sometimes there's some really good things down in there. There was one thing that I remembered that I laughed about so hard. I'll tell you about one of them in a minute when I finish. But I laughed about that thing so hard when it came back up. Um, so it's not always the bad things that we lock away in our subconscious. But now I have everybody, and I'm enlisting you all to help me with these sudden urges or remembrances of conversations that I had with my mom. And it's all sorts, it's an array of conversations. It's like the time we disagreed over whether I should wear my hair in a ponytail or attempt to make it look curly when she had overdone the dippity do the night before when she rolled it. Y'all, I decided to go to summer school that summer. I wanted to take typing. And my mom rolled my hair up in the sponge curlers the night before. And I asked her, I said, if you put the dippity do on it, can you use very little? Because I don't want to sit under the dryer. I just want it to air dry overnight. If you put too much, it's not going to air dry. I think that was like saying, Mom, go ahead on and put a jar of dippity doo on each section. Y'all, my hair, thank you. Thank you for my line. But my hair was soaked with dippity doo. When I got up off my pillow, you knew I had been laying there. So when I get up the next morning, I'm taking the rollers out, and the hair is just like, because it's wet. And I can't blow dry it and make it into curls. If I blow dry it, I'm going to have to use the curlers. And the whole point was to keep heat off my hair. I had to pull it back in the ponytail. And my mom was furious. All that time I put in doing your hair, I'm rolling up your hair, putting dippity doo on it. making sure you look good for the day, your first day of summer school. And I'm like, Mom, first of all, it's not like it's the first day of school. It's not like I'm going to elementary school. It's not like I'm going to a brand new school. I'm just doing a ponytail. Tonight when we get in, we'll just roll it up. I don't need no dippity do. I don't even need a dippity do. I really don't. She was furious with me, guys. Now, as far as remembering things, some good things, some bad things, I remember my mom. When I was younger, when I was like from junior high through high school, my mom and I really didn't get along that good. We didn't. I was very rebellious. There was this picture that my mother held on to that whenever things got really, really heated, she would look at that picture and it would make her smile. She didn't smile a lot. She didn't smile a lot. But she would look at this picture and excuse me, and she would smile. And it was a picture of me laying on a blanket in the middle of the floor and my dog Rex laying beside me with his hand on my back. My mom said she had just brought me home from the hospital and put a blanket down on the floor and laid me on the blanket. And Rex chewed up his little door thingy that kept him from getting to me. He chewed all past it and got over to me, laid down beside me, and laid his head on my back. Rex was my German Shepherd. Yeah, he was my German Shepherd. That was my baby. That was absolutely my baby. So yeah, I had locked that away for some reason. And that wasn't bad. So don't think for a moment that everything that you suppressed must have been a bad. Doesn't have to be. It's sometimes we need to free up space in our minds, and sometimes our minds make the decision for us to put things in the archives. So at least we can go back and retrieve those. It's not like Google that keeps it in archive and you can't get to it. I'm so mad at Google. Okay. So now we're going to skip the O and the P. We don't have a quote of the day. I got so caught up in the jokes that I actually got another joke for you all. Maybe you'll love this one a little more. So I found a book called How to Solve 50% of Your Problems. So I bought two. Michelle got that one right away. She got that one right away. Let me know when y'all get it. Oh my goodness. So on to the reminders. On to the reminders. And the revelation, which I didn't tell you all in the beginning. Guys, we are up to 547 subscribers. 547 subscribers. Yeah, and the blanket, the wrap, and the throw are back here. They are also going on the whip list because they need to be caught up. Yes. We're inching up closer to the 1,600, so we still need a little more than 1,400 viewing hours. Don't forget your 30 minutes a day of organizing. I've been doing a lot of that over the weekend. I have clear spaces, guys. I have under the bed storage and clear spaces. So yeah, we can do that. And also, what am I going to talk about, Joe? Hmm. That's right, the journal. Please don't forget to journal. Journal, notebook, diary, whatever you want to call it. Just write it down. You got up this morning and you feel great. You haven't felt like this in a few days or in months or whatever it is. Write it down. Timestamp it. Jot down a few things that you want to accomplish today. Go back later this evening and see if you got those things done. So, yeah, those things. Of course, you know that the live schedules are not changing. We will still be here on Tuesdays at 12 o'clock Eastern Time. That's come on in the den, take off Tuesdays. On Thursdays, we will still have the Thoughtful Thursday at 12 o'clock. And on Fridays, we're going to have the Flex Fridays. If you see the wrinkles in my face, it's because this hurts. That really hurts. It hurts the joints. But and also on Saturday at 1:30, we will be here with Show Off Saturday. And I will show you. I'm gonna I'm gonna give myself a number. What I'll do is in the community post, once I get everything situated, I will give you the number of whips that I have. And then I want you all to chime in and tell me how many of those do you think I can complete by Saturday? I'm sorry, but how many of those do you think I will be able to complete by Saturday? I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail about them, but oh, you're funny, Joan. You're funny. She said, oh, but yes. So, like I said, what I want you to do is chime in and let me know how many you think that I'll be able to get done in a week's time. I am putting more focus into my crocheting. You can see where I've already started pulling things on the bed. So, okay, okay. I got a 3. That is a reasonable number. That is a very reasonable number. I appreciate that. But like I said, I'm going to put it out there so that you know how bad the situation has really gotten. And it's no, that's just about how many whips I got, Joe. I'm kind of close to that number. I can tell you this is more than 20. After I did so well getting everything down to a controllable number at the beginning of the year, now I'm looking at more than 20 whips. And it might be more than 30. Yep, it might be more than 30. But like I said, I'm gonna work on it and see if I can get some things done. Guys, I have had so much fun. I always have fun with you all, and I always leave feeling better than I did when I came in. And that's a plus. And I hope that at least some of that has poured over to you. You're right. I'm comfortable putting myself under the gun. I'm not comfortable when that trigger is starting to get pulled. I love you, Michelle. Yeah, that's when I'm not comfortable. That's when I'm not comfortable. If it's a cat pistol, we can do this all day. But the other ones, nah, nah. But guys, I am really not going to hold you all up any longer. I do have a lot of writing that I have to do. And I even have to catalog library books. I got a whole total books that I have to put up in catalog. So I am definitely going to make sure that I post that number for you all. It's okay, Lori. Welcome in. Welcome in. See my dress? My dress says, happiness is being a grandma. But yes, I have books to catalog. I have whips to catalog. I plan to get all of that done. I'm going to let you all know um, just how many whips I have, and y'all can jot down in the comments there how many you think that I will get done out of the number that I give you. If I feel so inclined and I'm not sleepy, I will try to tell you what those whips are. Now, there will be 4 of those that will not get caught up or done until we reach the 1,000 subscribers, because that's what those are. But I do need to catch up on what's being done with those projects. So those things, yeah, they won't get done, but they will be on the whip list, and I'll make sure you know which ones they are. I've had a blast, guys. I have. And I'm about to go in here and get a cold bottle of water now and wreak havoc on my system with the hot coffee and the cold water. And I am going to work more on this Stitcher Hood blanket. And in between is when I'll be getting up, doing all the logging and everything. And yeah, just getting some things done. Got to make some moves, got to make some changes. In the meantime, in between time, please know that I love you. But I want to make sure that you first love yourself the way you deserve to be loved. Because you can't love others the way they deserve to be loved unless you first love yourself the way you deserve to be loved. I should have worn my shirt from Chuck. Says, be nice to me. I most likely also disagree. Oh, that's, oh, I lose those all the time. All the time. But y'all remember that I told you to love yourselves. Remember that I love you. And until we see each other again on these YouTube streets, peace out, everybody. I love you.